Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thanks to one and all for joining us over here today. And today's video we are going to be talking about how we get rid of this oily surface from the top of our aquarium. So there are going to be three ways that I'll share with you and how you can do it. Two of them, obviously it's going to be manual work, which you can do it on your weekly basis when you do your maintenance. And the third one is going to be using a device which will do it automatically for you on a daily basis. Alright guys, so as you can see, we have completely cleared out the oil surface of the film from top of the aquarium. Definitely we are going to show you how we did that. But first let's talk about the causes of this oil film on the surface of the water. So there can be three very considerable causes because of which this happens. The first of all is going to be overfeeding. Sometimes we don't have that much livestock in our aquarium and we overfeed them. And what happens is all this remaining food just drops down to the bottom and remains over there, gets dissolved in the water, releases all the oil that's there in that, because as you know, fish would have a lot of nutrients packed inside it. So when you just leave it over there, it's just dissolving in the water, rotting, and leaving all the nutrients out and the chemicals out of it. All the oils, they rise to the surface and they create this film on top. The second thing is excessive fiddling with your time. When I say fiddling, some of us had this OCD. We see something, we put our hands in, try to get it out. We see a rock move, we put our hands in, we try to move that rock. Now we need to be cautious that we have a lot of oils and other chemicals on our hand. Every time we put our hands in the aquarium, we are releasing those germs or those chemicals into the aquarium as well. So that can be the second reason. Third is obviously, all the decaying plants and things like that, whatever other chemicals from other sources that may be coming, as well as the CO2 that is released in the tank. So for me, if I don't have the surface agitation that you currently see, if you see on top of the water surface, there's a lot of movement of water. But usually if I don't have that, what happens is all the CO2 that's been released from down starts getting accumulated on top and it starts forming like a chemical layer. So that's also one of the reasons you can have that chemical layer being formed on top. Also sometimes, foreign objects, we get some new plants or maybe some new fish and the water is not clean from the store that we got it, or the plants have some chemical surface on it, and then we just directly, without washing those plants, we just introduce it in the aquarium. That's how also we can get this biofilm on top. So let's now get into how we can avoid this and what are the things we can do to get rid of it, or the maintenance that we need to do to take care of this biofilm. So here are the three items that we are going to use for all the three methods. So for the two manual methods, we have the tissue paper box and the mug, and you can also use a glass. And for the third method, which is the automatic, we are going to use a surface skimmer. So this is a Sunsun surface skimmer. You guys can also check out your local fish store or on Amazon and see what is available in your region. But for this video, I'm going to be using the Sunsun surface skimmer. Alright, so for the first method, we're going to use a mug. Let me take the light behind over here. So you take a mug, you immerse it in the water, make sure you don't put it too in, otherwise the water will spill out, and slowly you get the oily surface into your mug. So that way all your oil surface is getting sucked inside, and that's how you can get rid of it. So that's the first method of how you can get rid of it. Alright, now for the second method, it's a very simple and easy way of doing it. You have a tissue paper. All you need to do is have an open surface and you just lay the tissue paper down on that open surface. This way it will absorb all of that oily skim that was on top and it will get stuck to your tissue paper. And now you have a clear surface on top. We still have little oily surface at the sides and we'll get rid of that with the skimmer. Alright, so we have installed our skimmer inside the aquarium, and if you've already noticed, we have another skimmer that is a part of my old hang-on back canister filter over here. But somehow this skimmer doesn't work at all in getting rid of the oily surface. All the oil, it just goes in and comes out the other way back again. So there is nothing at all that it's sucking in over there. So now we have the skimmer over here. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to show you how actually a skimmer should work and how it gets rid of the oily surface on top. Alright, so the skimmer is now on. It's sucking all the water on top, and as you can see, everything is getting drawn inside it. So maybe in 15 minutes, max 20 minutes, this entire surface of water should be clean or free of all this oily surface.
So it's getting all the water in, and there is a sponge that is over here in between. So that is what collects all this oily sticky material. It gets stuck to the sponge and remains over there, and you have the water that gets flushed back out. So you have a setting over here as well, which is a plus and minus for the speed. I have it on maximum because I want to get rid of the oily surface, and once that is done, then we'll keep it on the minimum speed.
So we hope that this video will help you guys in getting rid of the surface biofilm that you have in your tanks. And please do follow the basic things that I shared with you. Try not to overfeed your fish too much, and at the same time go invest in a good filter if you already haven't done so. This good filter should be able to give you a good surface agitation on top, which should help in the exchange of gases. And if you guys have any more comments, suggestions, or any other tips or tricks that you would do to get rid of this, please share it with us in the comments down below. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if you're new to the channel, please make sure you go hit that subscribe button, and see you until next time.